What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and today we're going to talk about the Brother Hobby returners. These are 1402 9500 kV motors, so a nice alternative to the 110X series motors. And here's a comparison here, a little bit more wider than the 110X style motors. These are 1105 8,000 kV motors, so no slouches here either, but these are almost 10,000 kV and they're wider. And so I was really expecting these motors to be total beasts. And so I was kind of afraid to run this on 2S a little because it's 10,000 kV almost. And surely I wasn't going to run them on 3S. But when I actually got to try these things out, I actually think the 110X series motors are more violently operating than these. Like the Chinese companies would say, they act more violent. But these motors here, they're very smooth. They're more smooth than the 110X series motors. And that probably explains how these things are why they seem a little more efficient. I only got these motors because I saw Albert Kim did a review on these same motors, but the ones he had were 7,500 kV. So these are higher kV than the ones he had. And so if these things are a higher kV actually than the ones he had, then I can see why his were flying. His was having the quad flying a lot longer than the 1104 and 1105 or 1106 motors that he tested. And that's because these motors aren't that powerful. They don't seem, anyhow, they seem like they're a lower kV than what they're claiming to be. I found that they weren't that punchy at all. They are very smooth. I say again, they really spin the props really smooth, flies really smooth, but the punch out just wasn't there. Not in comparison to the 1104 motors even. The 1104 motors on a 2S battery on this copter were giving me a stronger punch out than these were. Now, I don't know about top speed. Eventually, these might spin up as fast, but I know as far as an initial punch out, the 1104s got these beat, the 1105s, and the 1106s definitely, especially the higher kV motors. It's the difference in the punch out is really apparent. But these are really nice motors. On 3S, I was afraid initially to run these on 3S, but then once I ran them on 2S, I just was really confident that they were going to fly really nice on 3S, and they do. And 3S actually brings the beast out of these motors, and I'm actually wondering if these motors can handle 4S, because on 3S, 2 and 3S, these motors, I was barely able to feel any heat coming from them at all. I even used the back of my hand to try to detect any kind of heat or anything, any warmth to the bell or the screws on the bottom, and nothing. I really couldn't feel any signs of them heating up, even on 3S, doing hard punch outs and all. So I'm wondering if these motors can handle a 4S. I think I might try it. Really reluctant to try to fly these on 4S, because on 3S, it seems like it has adequate power. Check it out, guys. I got this 650 GMB 4S, and this is a Tattoo 650 4S, and look at the difference. This GMB pack is a whole lot bigger. It looks like it's taller, bigger in every dimension. Maybe not wider, but you guys can see definitely from the side that this pack here is a lot thicker than this. Anyhow, I think they're really nice motors, really smooth. And I think being as wide as they are, they probably will fare better with 3-inch props. Probably better than the 1105 and 1106 motors. Because I'm hearing that the 1105 and 1106 motors are eventually burning out when running a 3S and a 3-inch prop. So maybe these are the answer. I'm not sure, but a pretty nice motor though. But I was kind of let down by how powerful they seem. You know, the initial punch out and all. So I would say these are probably ideal only for those that are running 3-inch props on 3S, want to try that out, or if you're having problems with your 1100X series motors heating up, then these definitely are the answer. But I think these are probably equivalent to maybe 1105 6000 kV motor. It seems like it has similar performance to those. The Brother Hobby Returner 1104 9500 kV motors. Thanks for watching.